Watch the news happen here weekends on 23 and ABC.
Okay, Lord. Do you know baseball? Well, of course you do. You know everything. Well, it's like this. See, I was sitting on a fastball, and then you threw me a curve. I mean, Lambview? Again? It's just not exactly what I had in mind. You know, when I took my vows, I thought that I would stay here in Boston, and I would teach at the school with my kids. It's okay. It's okay. You know best. Just, stay with me, okay? In the name of the Lord, amen. Oh, one more thing. Would you mind just, keeping me out of trouble?
Renee? Why is this place closed? What's going on? Renee! Renee!
Oh, good. Darling, darling. No, sit down, please, please. We'll reopen in time for happy hour. I just need to talk to you in private.
Why? What? Okay, what's so top secret?
He is, and promise me that you will hear him out because he desperately needs your help.
Wow, what are you talking about? Oh, forget it. I'm out of here.
Surprise. It isn't my birthday, and Christmas is 6 months away. Do I need a special occasion to give my niece a present? What do you want?
Oh, stop it. What I wanted to do was find something that might cheer you up. You need it. I was right. Come on, open it.
Oh, thank you. They're nice.
They're nice.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Honestly, young men with sinewy muscles dove to the bottom of the sea in search of these pearls. They jumped off high cliffs in search of them, and...
Excuse me, you're
anything,
being quite dramatic, and I thought you would be the one that was jumping off of a cliff.
Whatever for?
Excuse me, but I do believe that Vicky and Cord threw your book in the incinerator.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that.
Like I told you, they win round one. Big deal. Any heavyweight knows you have to dance like a butterfly and sting like a bee. I have a plan.
Which is?
It's not a which, and it's not a what. It's, a who.
Margaret. I'm sure Dylan will appreciate the flowers. Where is he?
Oh, he's at the Whirlpool. His physical therapist was giving him one last program for the day.
All right, I'll talk to him when he gets back.
Actually, Patrick,
What? You told him to talk to me before I do the display at the community center, isn't that
Could
what
you
said?
wait a couple more days?
I thought we decided.
You want to give to the kids at the community center, and I understand that. I have no right to say no, but Dylan had a really bad session this morning. He's on edge, and I'm afraid the least little things...
What the hell's going on here?
What's wrong? Where's Bart? I thought he was going to bring you over
Bart
after
got
last...
called away. I wheeled myself over. I can still do a few things.
Oh, I didn't mean that you couldn't
No,
do
my eyes
something.
still work. My brain still works. It doesn't take 2 legs for me to figure out just exactly what's going on.
Dylan, if you just let me
Not that
explain
it's a
it.
big surprise. I mean, come on, I knew you two would hook up sooner or later, and, well, he can walk, right?
Dylan, no.
Oh, come on, Marty. Don't be trying to play these games with me. You were trying to be the martyr, and it didn't work. Now, did it?
Mr. Hesser!
Madam Mayor. What a pleasant surprise.
Yes.
Won't you join me, please?
Well, it's such a lovely evening. Perhaps I will. Why are we meeting in a public place? Are you crazy?
No, what better place? At least nobody can accuse us of attempting to sneak off together. Besides, after your husband went berserk at the country club
remind
the other
me.
day, things got worse after you
I
left.
don't want to
He
hear
grabbed
that.
me by the throat.
Oh, my
If it
God.
weren't for Renee and a few other people who pulled him off me.
Oh, can you imagine the headlines? Mayor's husband kills ex-husband with his own bare hands. How humiliating.
Not to mention fatal, Alex.
Oh, yes. Carlo, you know how much I care about you, but I have my constituents that I have to think about. I mean, I certainly can't be a victim of a scandal.
Yes, of course. We mustn't forget your constituents. That's why you have to call an end to this sham of a marriage.
Voters hate divorce.
Yes. But they love a woman who refuses to be victimized.
That's true.
A woman who will fight for the person she really loves. Yesterday, you let me relieve you of the pain of being a widow with a living husband. Come away with me. My jet's waiting for us. Don't think, Alex. Fly.
Max, you can't walk out of him.
I can? Just watch me.
He needs you. Darling, he says you're the only one who can help him.
I'm sorry, Renee, but I hated this Looney Tune when he had all of his marbles. Now that he's lost them, I don't care for him anymore.
I'm as sane as you are, Max. Yes, I know how I've been acting, but that's all it's been, an act.
Oh, well, you could have convinced me and everybody else in Landview.
Well, that was the idea. I pulled it off, if I have to say so myself.
Really? And how do I know you're not nutty as a fruitcake?
Tell him, Renee. She's the only one I trusted with the truth until now.
It's true, darling. He's been carrying on this elaborate charade for months now.
Why?
Sit a spell and I'll tell you. Renee, thank you for bringing him over. Now, I need you to take care of my lovely bride. My sources say that a certain someone will be meeting her at the park about right now.
Darling, has it ever occurred to you that I have a life running this place and the Palace Hotel?
What's more important than my business?
Any doubts that he's the same old Asa?
Darling, I'll meet you at the club as planned, okay?
I could say no.
Yep, you could. But you won't.
I should have known. I should have known you couldn't go insane without having an agenda. All right, why the masquerade?
First, you gotta promise that anything I say will stay in this room, just between you and me.
And Renee.
I haven't told Renee everything for her own good. Too dangerous.
Oh, I see, but it's okay for me to stick my neck in the noose.
Are you afraid?
Oh, don't start playing games with me, old man. All right, look, I won't say a word. Not that anyone would believe it.
It all started when that Carlo Hesser came back to town. I knew from the get-go he was out to destroy me.
Because you married Alex?
Yep, and because that lowlife is a scorpion, they sting. It's their nature. I wish I could tell you how many ways he tried to bring me down and ruin me. But the truth be told, I have myself to blame for not stopping on him soon enough. And that scum swindled me out of 30 big ones.
Yeah, I heard a little something about that. It struck me as a little odd. It's not like you to let a man get away with something like that.
He caught me in a very vulnerable moment. But it's over. And this time I will turn the tables on that swine and get back every nickel of my money, plus interest, with your help, Max Holden.
If this is such a secret, why don't you ask Cord or Bo or Clint to help you out? I mean, they're family, for Pete's sake. They might actually care what happens to you.
That's the point, Max. See, I don't want anybody who cares about me being dragged into a shootout with Carlo Essa.
You are really going to have to work on your sales technique. You know, that's so far the only reason you want me is because I'm expendable. Not exactly the best offer I've had today.
Max, you don't like me. I know it, you know it, but so does Carlo Hesser and everybody else. Who would ever suspect that you and I were cohorts together?
Well, you know what? You got me there. But you are really nuts if you think I would ever give it up for good old Asa Buchanan.
When you hear my sale pitch, you'll be chomping at the bit.
Oh.
I'll tell you something, though, Max, off the subject. You know, acting loco, you hear things that people don't think you hear.
Such as?
Such as your love life should be on some TV talk show. I mean, what with poor Luna gone, and you're sniffing around this filly who gives herself to God. You talk about a losing streak.
Well, let's just leave Maggie out of this.
Maggie left herself out of it. Now, what do you have, Max? You have work and the kids. Now, the twins are with the kinfolk in Carolina.
I happen to have a very full life.
Oh, it's very full, I'm sure. But, Max, you have very short attachments, very long an ambition, which makes you, my boy, ripe for plucking.
Oh, is that right? Well, let's say I were willing to let you pluck me. What's in it for me?
Now, that sounds like the Max Holden I know and love. 25% commission.
On 30 million?
Hey, so that's $7.5 million worth every penny, just to put something over that bald-headed, backstabbing thief.
Oh, you're a fine one to talk, the king of the backstabbers.
Wait a minute, don't you dredge up the past.
You tricked my father out of his land rights. You got rich, he had a heart attack.
I am sorry, Max. Wingate Holden was a loser.
You know what? He's a better man than you'll ever be, and I don't give a damn whether you lose every single nickel you ever made.
And I don't give a damn if you give a damn. But I think you do care about $7.5 million. Unless this beer hall's enough for you.
I also happen to have Serenity Springs.
Oh, hold it right there. That was Luna's dream. Luna is gone. Now, what is your dream, Max? Unless you're content to live this small life like your daddy.
You son of... Tell you what, Asa. Even if I were interested in your offer, I just don't think I could see my way clear to doing it for a penny less than 50% of what you expect to get back.
Now who's loco? 15 million?
Consider payment on the fortune you made off my father's land. The way I figure it, you're still way ahead.
A deal. What, I'm not good enough for you to shake my hand?
I believe that's what the snake said to Eve just before she took a bite of the Granny Smith. All right, what do you want me to do?
No, I can't run off with you.
What's the alternative?
How would it look if the mayor left her mentally challenged husband to run off with a notorious, if reformed, mob boss?
Think about where you want to sleep tonight. Next to a man playing with blocks? Or next to a man playing with...
Oh, gosh, look, a yellow-bellied sapsucker.
Renee! Oh, what a day of surprises, huh? I was just walking here through the park and I ran into Carlo and now I'm finding you.
It's enough to make one believe in karma, isn't it? What a small world, and I run into you just as I was contemplating an idea about how we might help poor Asa.
I'm afraid there isn't any help for Asa.
Maybe so. I found a photo album with some old family pictures in it. Nigel is taking Asa over to the club for a sweat bath, you know, to calm him down a little bit. You and I could go there and tickle his memory with a little stroll down memory lane.
It's worth a try.
Forgive me, don't you think the memories might overexcite the man?
Carlo.
Considering his bizarre behavior at the country club.
Carlo, it's kind of you to be so concerned about Asa's well-being, but I think we can risk it. Coming, Alex?
No guessing, because I'm not going to tell you. Suffice to say, the Buchanans are in for a rude awakening.
Well, as long as you find a way to publish your novel.
Oh, and then that's just the beginning. We'll get Melidor back on top, and honey, we are going to own the deed to this whole town. You don't believe me?
Well, if anybody can do it, Dorian, you can. I don't know, I just used to think that I could do it alone. I guess I learned.
Oh, don't be hard on yourself. Just... Ever since Todd died, you've lost your passion for power, your drive. You know, you just let things slide at Melidor. And as for the son, you've basically been using it as a way of getting revenge on Marty Saybrook.
You make me sound like I'm pathetic.
Do you know what your problem is?
Oh, how much time have you got?
Time. That's exactly the problem. You have too much of it on your hands. Honestly, Todd is dead and buried. Well, he's dead, at least. And, honey, ever since then, you have to stop grieving and get on with your life. See your setbacks as opportunities.
You know, funny thing. I said the exact same thing to Patrick. He was crying in his beer over his loss, Margaret.
So why don't you take your own advice? Why don't you go to the stable and mount that gorgeous stallion? Or just go horseback riding? Come on, Blair, use your imagination. I mean, buy yourself a thong bikini. Learn how to fly a jet. I don't care. Go to work at the Sun and continue to beat the living daylights out of Vicky's dried up old rag of...
What? What is it?
Dylan, believe me, there's nothing going on between Patrick and me.
All right, y'all just happen to run into each other, just like you happen to run into each other on the boat in your little enchanted island.
I don't blame you for being angry, Dylan, but maybe
Angry?
you just listen to me.
You think I'm angry? What do you think I should be angry about? Oh, just because I can't stand up and do something about you trying to steal my wife?
Dylan, it's not like that. Would you just listen to me?
Marty, I've been listening to you tell me how you want to stay with me. I should have told you to get out and move in the stables with him in the first place.
Please.
Here's your chance. Go on. Go to your little enchanted island.
Dylan, you've got it all wrong. If you listen for 1 second to see how unfair you're being to your
Oh,
wife.
you think I'm being unfair? Well, what are you going to do about it? Throw the cripple in the swimming pool?
Trouble from Mr. Asa Buchanan? My good man, see for yourself. He's the picture of civility.
Now, honey, you know who Daddy is, don't you?
Is that the boy who swapped me a wad of his bubble gum for my brand new bicycle?
No, Asa, that is your son, Clint.
Give me a break. The guy's old enough to be my father.
No, Asa, you are his father, and the man next to him is your son, Bo. You're his father, too.
What kind of game you trying to play? I'm too young to have kids. I'm not old enough to even get hitched.
Well, then how do you explain this picture, darling?
That looks familiar.
See? Our wedding was the most important thing that ever happened to him in his life.
Help. Somebody do something!
Civility, huh?
What is it, honey? Darling, what's wrong?
Are you blind? Over there! Big as life, twice as scary, a ghost!
The Buchanans know absolutely nothing about the book publishing business, and yet it says they are going to expand their inept little operation and relocate in Landview.
Would you keep your voice down? You're going to spook all the horses around here.
Those horses know more about book publishing than Cord and Vicky.
Well, probably, but you know what? So what? The Buchanans got the bucks. They can hire the big guns to run a company for them, so big deal.
Tips me off. But they think they can just cruise through life. They can't fail.
I guess when you're born with a silver spoon in your mouth, you think that you can't.
Oh, they can, and they will. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, but you acted so blasé a while ago. You went, oh, that, and then you read an article, and you get all ballistic. What gives, Dorian?
I just hate seeing their smug little plans on the front page of their smug little newspaper.
Kinda pushes the old buttons, doesn't it? It's exactly how I feel about Marty Saybrook. But I do believe that there was a wise woman who once told me you've got to take those setbacks and turn them into opportunities.
I hate it when you quote me. But you're right.
I know I'm right. Tell you what else I'm right about. I'm gonna find someone to saddle up. The horses and we are gonna go riding because that'll be great therapy for both of us.
I know what I need to work off this frustration. I need to go straight to the jugular.
Come on, tough guy. Show everybody how you're gonna defend your true love here.
I'm not gonna fight you, Dylan.
Oh, why not? The odds are all in your favor. I mean, a poet can beat up a cripple any day, right?
Stop it. Stop calling yourself a cripple.
If you would just listen and stop jumping to conclusions.
Oh, you telling me I'm jumping to conclusions now? You telling me I didn't see what I saw here? You saying I'm crazy?
Stop it. Listen, Patrick and I were talking, but it wasn't about anything secretive. He's an idea, and he wanted to talk to you about it, and I was worried that you weren't ready to hear it.
And she was right. I can't talk to you when you're like this. But I'm not going to stand here and let you accuse a woman that's totally devoted to you.
Well, Thornhart, at least you can stand here. You know, if I could, I'd get up and I'd walk away so y'all could sit here and look at each other's noble faces.
Please, please don't.
No, I'm out of here.
Let me help you.
No! Leave me alone!
Dylan, are you all right?
I fell, that's all.
Where's Bart? He should be here.
I don't care where Bart is. I'll get up myself. Come on. What are you doing?
You need a hand? Don't be so stubborn.
All right. Is everybody happy now? And it didn't humiliate you too much, did it?
Please, that's not what this is about.
No.
I wish you'd believe me. We weren't trying to hurt you.
Let me. I'm sorry. I know you have no reason to trust me. I'm part of the reason that you're in this situation. That's what we were just talking about.
Yeah, well, I'm not here to ease your guilty conscience, Thorne.
I told Reverend Carpenter that I wanted to do something. He suggested I do something with the kids. The kids that you devoted your life to down at the community center. So I thought it would be a good idea if I directed a Shakespeare play.
You want to do Shakespeare in Angel Square?
Yeah. When you saw us just now, Margaret said that it wasn't the right time to talk to you, but I'm stubborn. So I'm here. But if you think that the idea is out of line, we'll just drop the whole thing. But Dylan, I want to do something. Just give me a chance, would you?
Yes, I am still holding. Blair, don't get all soft and squishy over Patrick's poetry, okay? You'll just lose focus. Maxine Pell. Well, why didn't you say that to me in the first place? Fine. Never mind. Just ask her to call Dorian Lord when she gets back, just as soon as possible. Tell her to call me on my cellular phone. She has the number. Yes. Thank you very much.
Who's Maxine Pell, your editor? Oh, no. Someone much more important than that. My real estate agent.
Real estate? What does real estate have to do with Buchanan Enterprises?
Oh, just a simple act of courtesy on my part. I thought, since Buchanan Enterprises are expanding, that maybe Maxine could give them a little help with real estate.
You want help? Dorian, you want to bury them. What are you...
Honey, please. All will become clear in one splendid, blinding flash.
You're too much.
Oh. Maxine.
Hello, Maxine. Sorry I kept you... No, I'm sorry. I was expecting a call from somebody else. I see. And when did this happen?
What?
No, it's Fine. I'll tell her myself. She's right here beside me. Yes, thank you very much for calling.
Tell me what?
What happened, Dorian? Tell me.
I need your help, Buckaroo. You're a big boy. Don't let that ghost get near me.
Sir, with all due respect, what ghost?
There.
That's not a ghost, honey. That's Max Holden.
Yeah, That's a Holden, all right. But that is Wingate Holden. I know that face anywhere. Back from the grave.
But Asa, why would Max's father want to come back and haunt you?
Oh, why? I'll tell you why. He wants revenge.
Somebody shut him up or I will.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Holden. You stay right where you are, Wingate. It was just business between us. Just a business deal. I won, you lost.
Listen, you crazy coot. You drove my old man to an early grave. And you robbed him. Listen, I just wish he could come back and send you to yours. And the sooner the better.
Honey, let's go. Everybody's staring now, okay?
Of course they're staring. How many times you see a ghost in the country club? Don't worry, folks. I'll fix his wagon.
No,
Let me go. I'm not afraid of some damn ghost.
Renee, I know he's your ex-husband, but he's a menace to society.
Nigel, please help me to get him home before I get impeached.
No, Max, you don't understand. He doesn't know what he's saying, poor man.
Poor man. You try to tell that to all the people whose lives he's ruined, starting with my father. Listen, you old buzzard, I hope you rot in hell. You deserve every lousy, rotten thing that happens to you.
Max Holden, how dare you?
Because you just never know.
Maggie, what do you think you're doing?
What are you doing being so abusive to Mr. Buchanan like
You
that?
don't realize what you just walked in on.
Mrs. Buchanan, I don't know what's gotten into him, but I am sorry if Max has taken a sad situation and made it even worse.
Me? I'm not the one sticking in my nose in something that I don't understand.
Hey, no, you're right. I don't understand how you can stand there and insult, abuse an obvious mental patient.
But for the last time.
Look, what if one day you're old and confused like he is? Is that how you want to be treated?
Huh? Holden!
You see what you did?
Me?
Yes.
Somebody do something!
You're right, Asa. Somebody does have to do something before I become the laughingstock of this whole town. Renee, I'm sorry. I can run a small city, but I cannot take any more of this. Nigel, take your master home.
Yes, ma'am, and do what with him?
Don't tempt me, Nigel. Don't tempt me.
You happy now? You and all your self-righteous indignation?
Well, what am I supposed to do? Just stand there and watch you beat up some defenseless man?
You can't help yourself, can you? God gave you a mouth and a foot, and you just got to put the two of them together. Listen, why don't you just go back to the convent? Wait a minute, what? Why aren't you in Boston? You're a nun now. What are you doing here?
That was Sister Teresa at St. Anne's.
Oh, God. It's Mama. Is there something happened? What?
She's had another one of her setbacks. Okay, she's totally out of touch with reality. She's babbling. She's repeating.
Don't even say that. Don't. She was doing so much better. Did they say what's caused it or what it? It's me. It's me because I've been so preoccupied with all this stupid stuff that she probably feels that I've abandoned
Claire,
her.
don't.
It's totally set her
Don't you
back in
dare
there.
blame yourself,
But
okay?
Dorian-
You have gone way beyond the call of duty in protecting your mother. For God's sake, didn't you go and marry Asa Buchanan just to protect her?
Dorian.
Okay, cheap joke. Honey, nobody can protect your mother from her own very fragile psyche.
Look, I gotta go to her. I gotta be with her.
No, you don't.
She
Not
needs
now.
me, Dorian. She needs me.
Blair, you listen to me. She needs the doctors and the nurses that are there at St. Anne's for her. What good will it do? You know very well when she gets into this kind of state that she won't even recognize that you're there.
She'll know me.
No, Blair, please. Please. Do I have to overstate the obvious that you are in a rather fragile
I am not fragile, Dorian. This is not about me. This is about Mother, and she needs me.
Okay. So for her sake, please stay away for a while, all right? Give her time. Give yourself time, all right? Now, I promise you, I will stay in constant touch with Sister Teresa. I will see to it. My sister gets everything that she
What am I
needs.
supposed to do? You want me to go just riding? You want me to grab a horse and just ride around? Like, what?
At least it'll get your mind off of things.
No.
There. I promise you, there is going to be a dawn if I have to bring it on myself.
God. You always say that I'm so strong, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm not without you. Not without you.
He's telling the truth, and I apologize.
Dylan, it's okay.
It is the truth. You have every reason to think the worst of me, but, well, there was a time when I wanted to be with Margaret.
Patrick, I don't think now's not the time to talk about it.
No, it's fine. In fact, it's a welcome change to hear some straight talk for once.
Well, if it's straight talk you want, there was a time when I was very much in love with Margaret. But she's made a choice. She's your wife, and she truly belongs with you.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. Well, I just got one question. He said he was in love with you. Now, are you saying that for my benefit? Or is it really in the past tense? Are you still in love with my wife?
I take my marriage vows very seriously.
Deadly serious.
For richer, for poorer. In sickness and in health. But no one ever mentioned a raving nutcase.
There. Love will find a way.
Even our kind of love.
Especially our kind of love. Soon you'll be rid of Asa and free to be my bride again. Yeah, the mother of my children.
Children?
Yeah. Partners in every aspect of my life. Yeah. While you run City Hall, I'll run the rest of Liveview. The state, the nation.
Oh, stop. I just can't desert everybody.
I just got a wonderful idea. Why didn't I think of it before? I wonder if I can get away with it.
You know, I'm as sympathetic as the next man, but this is just too. No, every family has its ups and downs. In one of his more lucid moments, Mr. Buchanan, he said he wanted to sponsor a golf tournament. Oh, he did? Yes, on horseback.
Bingo. The first step worked.
I think it could have gone off a lot better if Sister Maggie hadn't stumbled in and stopped the party.
No, darling. Maggie was only trying to defend you, but I am absolutely sure that Carlo and Alex saw enough to know that you and Max are still total enemies.
They took the bait, hook, line, and sinker, didn't they? But I tell you something, I don't think the second step is going to succeed as well unless Max tells his sister Maggie to mind her own business.
It's a long story. Why don't we get some coffee and I'll explain.
Look, why all the mystery? Aren't you supposed to be behind convent walls, or did they let you out for bad behavior?
Max, I don't understand this. When we last spoke up in Boston, you were kind and considerate and caring, and now you're acting as if I'm the last person you'd ever want to see.
Well, considering where my life is right now, maybe you're not far from wrong.
What?
Look, what are you doing here?
St. Francis School closed, okay? It merged with another school in Cambridge.
Oh, yeah. So what? What are you doing here?
Why are you so hostile? Did you undergo a complete personality change or something?
Oh, this is the last thing I need.
Look, I walk in here and you're ripping into this poor old man, and I don't know, you act as if you don't want me around. What's going on? Am I missing something?
Why don't you just give me an answer? What are you doing here?
They gave me another assignment, all right? They transferred me here. They traded me to the Lambview team. I'm going to be teaching in another school.
Oh, I don't believe this. I just don't believe it.
Look, I didn't ask for this, okay? But if it's God's will and they ordered...
Oh, don't start with the God's will stuff, please. You can't be here.
Why not?
Because you can't.
Well, I am. So just get a grip. Look, Max, I don't know what's gotten into you, but I'm sure we can handle this as two mature friends.
Yeah, right.
Max!
I will always love the memory of Mark. Of Marty. But I will never allow myself to be in love with her again. Now, I've answered your question. I hope in time you can answer mine. And for the sake of those kids, I hope the answer is yes. Excuse me.
Dylan,
No, it's all my fault. I had no right to.
No, come on. It's not your fault. It's part of your recovery.
Yeah, well, that's Dr. Moody talking. You're still my wife, and I have no right to talk to you.
I can take it. Look, I know, Patrick wants you to let him put on a play at Angel Square, but if you don't want to do that...
No. It's fine. I mean, I'm the one that's being selfish in the situation, and Lord knows that the kids down there need all the help they can get, and I'm in no position to be doing that for them.
You are the best friend most of those kids have ever had.
Yeah, well, right now, I wouldn't even make a good mascot.
Stop talking like that.
I'm sorry. You know, every time I try to apologize, I'm always sticking my foot in
You don't
their
have
mouth
to
and-
apologize. There's nothing to apologize for. Everybody needs help. It doesn't make you weak. It just makes you human. And I'm going to be here to help you. Forever, whether you like it or not. I'm your wife, remember?
Why did you buy this for me?
It's no big thing. One time you started to tell me a story about this fantasy that you had when you were a little girl. About this horse that you could just magically ride away from all your troubles on. Besides, you two have the same attitudes.
Me and the horse?
You're reckless. Nobody's going to tell you where to go. That's why when you said that you weren't going to take any more chances, Claire, if you stopped taking chances, you wouldn't be you. I mean, you go into everything full speed. As fast as you can. I envy you.
Blair? What is it?
Hey.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing. I was just gonna saddle the horse up and take a ride.
You were crying.
No, there's just something in my eye. That's all. And it's really a bad day for a ride anyway. I think I'm just gonna go back to the country club.
What's wrong?
Nothing, Patrick.
I know you by now. You act like you're tough and you're independent, but you scratch the surface and
You know what? You can spare me your psychobabble, all right? Because there's nothing wrong with me. I don't have any deep feelings that I'm keeping to myself. What you see is what you get.
Well, see, a woman is trying very hard. You don't have to do that with me, all right? Just tell me what's wrong.